Welcome to the Explainer. We're here to break down big ideas to help you succeed. And today, we are tackling something absolutely critical for any athlete: how to show up with confidence, not arrogance. This is a huge one.
Okay, so you're at a tryout. The pressure is on, right? Everybody wants to get noticed. But here's the thing, there is such a fine line between standing out in a good way and standing out for all the wrong reasons. A coach, they're not just looking at your skills, your shot, or how fast you are. They're scouting for character.
And that brings us to what I like to call the tryout tightrope. Seriously, it's a perfect analogy. How do you show off everything you've got, project that solid confidence, without taking that one step too far and falling into the arrogance trap? It is a balancing act for sure, and it can literally make or break your chances of making the team. And why is that? Well, it's because coaches, they're not just collecting a bunch of skilled players, they are building a team. They're looking at your character, how coachable you are, and maybe most importantly, how you handle yourself and others when things get tough. They need to know, are you the kind of player who's going to help them win? Or are you just in it for yourself? Okay, so let's really dig into this. What is the difference between confidence and arrogance? Because trust me, if you can figure this out, if you can nail this one thing, you are going to be exactly the kind of player that coaches are dying to have on their roster. I mean, just look at this. It all comes down to one tiny little word: for versus on. It's so simple, but it changes everything. When you want to be the best for the team, you're lifting everyone up. But when you want to be the best on the team, you're trying to put yourself above everyone else. That little word, it reveals your whole mindset. And you better believe coaches can spot that difference from a mile away. So what does real confidence actually look like? Well, it's not about being loud or bragging. It's quiet, but it's powerful. You see it in the person who hustles on every single play. You hear it when they're the first one to say, "Hey, shake it off, we got the next one," to a teammate. You feel it. And that kind of belief, it isn't something you just turn on for game day. It's earned, it's built in all those hours of hard work. And then there's arrogance. And you know it when you see it, right? It's loud, it's disruptive. It's the eye roll when a teammate makes a mistake. It's the slumped shoulders and bad attitude on the bench. It's arguing with the refs. It's that constant need to show everyone you're the star, even if it hurts the team. All right, so we've talked about the ideas, but what does this stuff actually look like on the court? During a real tryout. Let's get into some actual scenarios, because I'm telling you, coaches are watching everything you do.
Okay, here's a perfect example of what not to do. It might feel tough or powerful to stare down an opponent or cheer in their face, but for a coach, that is a massive red flag. It screams disrespect. And you know what the funny thing is? All you're really doing is giving your opponent free fuel to come back and beat you. It totally backfires.
So if that's what they don't want to see, what do they want? They want this. All of this. The hustle plays, the positive body language, even when you mess up, taking responsibility, respecting the gym. Every single one of these things screams, "I'm a great teammate." This is the checklist for a confident, coachable player that a coach knows they can build a team around. I absolutely love this chart. It's so, so true. We all see the confidence during the game. That's the 30%. But where does it actually come from? It comes from the 70%, the other stuff. The long practices, the drills you do over and over again, the hard work when nobody's in the stands. That's where you earn the right to be confident. So your actions on the court are huge, obviously. But what you say and how you say it is just as important. Your voice or even your silence can say a whole lot about the kind of player you are. So let's talk about what purposeful, confident communication really sounds like. Talking to a coach can be intimidating, but it also shows you're serious. The key is doing it the right way. You got to respect their time. Don't interrupt a drill. Wait for the right moment. And when you get that moment, listen more than you talk. Doing it this way shows maturity, and it shows you respect the team's time, not just your own. This one is huge, and for any player trying to get to the next level, it's pretty much a non-negotiable. Do not argue with the refs. Not with your words, not with your face, nothing. It just screams that you can't control your emotions. A confident player, they let it go. They trust their captain or coach to handle it, and they're already focused on winning the next point. And hey, what about when you're on the bench? Your job is not over. Not even close. Are you a source of energy? Are you cheering for your teammates, staying engaged, ready to go back in? Or are you pouting? A confident player contributes no matter where they are. An arrogant one only cares when they're in the spotlight. And coaches see that. They see everything. When you put it all together, your actions, your words, your body language, it all boils down to one simple question. Are you the kind of teammate that makes a team better? Are you the person a coach looks at and thinks, yes, I can build a winning program around that person? This quote right here just says it all, doesn't it? Your ability, that's what you can do. Your motivation, that's what you will do. But your attitude, that determines how well you'll do it. It's the secret ingredient. It's the multiplier that takes all your talent and all your hard work and turns it into real on-the-court success. So what are those hallmarks of a great teammate? It's these right here: commitment, accountability, reliability, respect, and a killer work ethic. A coach isn't just looking for one or two of these, they're looking for the whole package. A player who brings all of this to the table, that's not just a player. That's the cornerstone of a winning team. And at the end of the day, you have to remember this: attitude. It seems like such a small thing, right? But it's the thing that makes a huge, huge difference. A positive, confident attitude doesn't just make you better, it makes everyone around you better. It's contagious. And that's the little thing that can mean the difference between success and failure. So the next time you walk into a gym for a tryout, this is the final, most important question you need to ask yourself. And you gotta be honest. Is your attitude an asset or a liability? Because that answer, that could change everything. Make sure it's your greatest asset.